Welcome back. The last part of the lecture. So now we're going to talk about the regions of the retina. The retina mostly divided into three parts. The extreme periphery, that is ora serrata, the central part, and the paracentral or peripheral part, we can say. So let's see what is ora serrata first, the extreme periphery one. It is the anterior termination of the retina located about 8 mm from the limbus. 8 mm from the limbus. I show you the picture. Okay, just a second. Yes. So this is the limbus, ora serrata region, the extreme periphery, but the actually that is retina started. So limbus is here. So this distance is from 8 mm. Next is the central retina, the central part of the retina. It is almost around 4.5 mm in diameter. It extends from the fovea centralis nasally almost to the optic disc and same distance temporally and similar distance on above and below from the fovea centralis. So base is the fovea centralis. From there 4.5 mm is in the diameter. If I see over here, so this whole area is the central part of the retina. So see this area, and fovea is here, and this is another name is fovea centralis or fovea, you can call fovea. So fovea centralis from the 4.5 meter up, down, temporally and nasal. That's there. So this is the area over there. The central part, the region is called macula, which contains around yellow pigment called xanthophyll. So this is the central part known as macula. So central retina we can term as also macula. Macula is present in the central part, and it is yellowish in nature because why? Because they have xanthophyll pigment over there. And the fovea centralis is depressed area located in the central retina, about 3 mm temporal of the optic disc and 8.8 mm below the horizontal. What is? So this is central part of the macula definitely, or central retina. So here said this is around 3 mm from this optic nerve, okay? And this is a depressed area called fovea centralis. But this area is around how much? We can see 1.5 mm or 500 micrometer. However, in that the central depression is called foveola. In that area, there is a small depression over here. That is around 0.5 micron. So this area is called foveola, the central part of the fovea centralis. So around 0.5 micron, so 500 micrometer. The photoreceptors in fovea are exclusively cones. So one more important thing over there, the photoreceptors we have two types. We have seen that rods and cones, but here only cones are present in the fovea. All the layers are displaced peripherally so that the light falls directly on the cones outer side. So here all the layers, whatever the layers are there, we have seen how many layers? 10 layers. We have seen. So these 10 layers are not there actually. They displaced from there. Only the layers of rods and cones are present over. This is only fovea. Even though rods are not there, only cones. So light fall directly on the cones, and cones as a receptor, they can receive the light. So that's the reason. So, and this fovea is nourished by the solely by the choriocapillaries of the choroid and does not contain any blood vessels, and is called foveolar avasculature first. So foveas have basically avasculature and get the supply from what? To the choriocapillaries from the choroid. And last one is the, but it's a paracentral region, I can say, this is a peripheral region. Photoreceptors are mainly rods over there. So out of this region, this area, basically, rods are present over there. So that area called peripheral retina. The ganglion cells are larger and their cell bodies are arranged in a single way. Also, ganglion cells are present in the peripheral. Functionally, retina is divided into the temporal nasal portions, a line drawn vertically through the center of the fovea. So if I functionally divide the retina. So it will be like you have to draw from here, and you can bisect. Okay, so you can divide into two portions over there in the retina, temporal and nasal portion. Towards the nose is the nasal, and towards the ear is a temporal divisions. That is. So blood supply comes to the end. There is the blood supply to the retina. It gets nourishment from the two sources. Retina. The outer portion, basically that retinal pigment epithelium and layers of rods and cones. Basically, these two layers are supplied by the choriocapillaries. And the inner portion, starting from the outer plexiform layer, outer nuclear layer, it is supplied by the central retinal artery, the first branch of the ophthalmic artery, which enters the optic nerve about the 10 to 12 meter posterior to it. So you have to remember two things again. One is the outer portion. Basically, the two layers are supplied by the outer two layers, the pigment epithelium and the layers are also supplied by the choriocapillaries, which is supplied from the choroid. And the rest of the 8 layers are supplied from the inner nuclear layer to till internal linking membrane are supplied by central retinal artery. They're the first branch of ophthalmology. Thank you.